bookstore is ready. Plus, our men's store, of course, is full of wonderful Father's Day ideas, from shoes and hats to Yeti products to all sorts of interesting and fun things for dads. So we can help you at Reach Father's Day. Let us know. Ginger is back. Ginger, glad to see you again. And at this point, I'm going to start reading. The first book we're going to do today is by Kevin Hart, and it's called The World Needs More Purple People. The World Needs More Purple People. We'll find out. It's illustrated by Daniel Wiseman.
It's on the internet.
The world needs more purple people. Ta-da! Follow my guide to become a purple person. Now you may be asking, why in the wide world would I want to be purple? There's that child, and that's probably a good question. Why would I want to be purple? Although I will say purple is my favorite color. I've always liked the purple color. Purple is a magic color made when red and blue work together. I think all the best things in the world are purple. And so he's saying if you take red paint and blue paint and you put them together, those make the color purple. You know, probably some of you have probably done that in art, or just even with crayons. You can put them on top of each other and make purple out of red and blue. But what does that have to do with people? Wow, are you a genius? Because you're already on your way to become. You want to know why? Step 1. Ask really great questions. My dad says purple people ask great questions. Questions about everything. About questions. And do you like asking questions? This book says if you want to be a purple person, you need to ask a lot of questions. Hey Dad, how far away is outer space? Have you ever met a dolphin? How many dolphins live in outer space? That's an interesting question. My guess is not many. Purple questions are the kind that help you learn something really big about the world, about another person. Here's how tall is the world's tallest rainbow? What's your bear's name? Charlie. You know how lots of children, I bet some of you have special little animals that you sleep with or that you take with you on sleepovers or just like to snuggle up with. This little boy's bear's name is Charlie. Dad says the more purple questions you ask, the more. Dad says, how many stars do you think there are? Says I can only ask about 20 questions about space dolphins. There's the whole telescope and looking at all the stars and seeing how they fit together to form a dolphin. That's called a constellation. The Milky Way is the biggest. The two Milky Ways are the two most popular constellations. Maybe your parents can show you the Milky Way the next night the stars are out. This little bird says, tweet. Step 2 to be a people person, laugh a lot. Well, that's a great quality, laughter. Junior. Laughter is contagious, isn't it? My grandma says purple when I'm not reading. Self safe and you, because it's saying I care about you and I don't want you to catch anything. So that's why we ask our customers to wear masks as well as our staff wearing masks, to be considerate of each other. But laughter is contagious too. We laugh at books, we laugh at jokes. Here's a joke. How do you make a tissue dance? How do you make a tissue dance? The answer, put a little boogie in it. Oh, that's kind of gross, but but child thinks it's pretty funny. We need more laughter. We laugh at donkey dances and hairy elephant knees. Hee-haw, hee-haw, says the donkey. And especially laugh at Grandpa's funny noises. Purple laughing helps us remember the things we share and forget what we thought made us different. And it's almost impossible to be angry when you're laughing. Try it. I dare you. And there they are playing a game of Foursquare, and all four of them are just laughing and having the biggest time. You know, smiling is wonderful too. Even if you don't laugh all the time, just smiling is quiet laughing. Grandma says that purple laughing, the more purple laughing you do, the more purple you become. She also says Grandpa's noises are her favorite funny noises in the whole wide world. And there they are, their neighbor. Step 3 to becoming a purple person. So what were the steps? The first step was ask a lot of questions and laugh a lot. So here's the third step to becoming a purple person. Use your voice and don't lose your voice. My mom says purple people use their voice and don't lose their voice. She encourages me to use my voice to sing, la 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 la. My dad is the one with the hairy chest who loves me more than all the rest. That's what she's singing. Use your voice to give good ideas. Let's wear monster costumes to school. That's her idea. And to share my opinions. I personally feel like we shouldn't have to eat Brussels sprouts because they smell like sweaty socks too. So there is singing and using her voice to make a good idea, and then to share her opinions. I think children are pretty good at sharing their opinions. Sometimes people lose their voice, and that's okay, it happens. A purple voice helps someone who's having trouble finding their own voice. Purple people don't just speak up, they also listen. You know, listening is really important too, and it takes somebody special to be a good listener. So these two little girls are with each other, and one says, maybe you could tell them you don't like it when they call you that name. Want me to help you tell them? So she's being a good listener. See, these boys are calling this little girl a name apparently, and this little girl is saying, want me to tell them for you that you don't like that? So she's being a good friend, isn't she? Mom says the more you use a purple voice, the more purple you become. Mom, can you help me with my play? She also says she heard my opinion on Brussels sprouts, but I still have to eat them. For that. Well, it looks like he's wearing a purple coat and he's got a little wig, or she's got a little wig on there. She's working on good plays. Do you like to do plays at home? My grandchildren love to do plays. Whenever I go visit them, it seems like they're always practicing play. They prepared for me to come. It was about the cross, interestingly enough. Had a song with it too. Maybe I'll share that sometime. All right, here's step 4 to become a purple person. Work hard, super duper hard. My grandpa says purple people know how to dig in and get stuff done. He and I like to work hard while we build things and while we learn things. Oh, they're reading a book about birds of the Northeast. Our son is already teaching his son about birds, and our granddaughters in Birmingham have a bird feeder right outside the window and a bird book that they're looking at, trying to understand and identify which birds they are. And while we grow things, oh, and look, his grandpa's growing tomatoes. Are any of y'all growing tomatoes, or you've got grandparents or friends, relatives that are growing tomatoes? Those tomatoes are just about ripe around here in Tupelo. But there they're working hard building something, and then they're reading about, that says birds of the northeast. We would say birds of the southeast, wouldn't we, down here? And then I had the best peaches last night at my sister and brother-in-law's house. They've got 12 peach trees in their peach orchard behind their house, and those peaches are so good. Peaches are my favorite fruit. You like peaches? I love peaches. It's great. This is peach season right now. Purple work is a kind of work that's done together to change something that needs changing. Here they're saying, what do we want? This looks like he wants more, make it easier for people and children that live in wheelchairs to be able to live easier. More playgrounds. These 3 children want more playgrounds, more safe playgrounds. When do we want them? Now, now, now. So what do we want? More playgrounds. When do we want them? Now. You know, children have a lot of influence with politicians and leaders too. I know when I was mayor of Tupelo, whenever children would come and say they wanted something, we listened to them. So if you've got something you want that you think could be better, let people know. Let the mayor know. Let your city council person know. Fix something that needs fixing, or help someone who needs helping. And there's somebody helping them fix their wagon, and then help someone who needs helping, and that looks like they're making a contribution to this man who's playing his guitar to try to raise some money. Maybe he needs some money to help get him a little more food, or maybe a place to stay tonight. So this child is helping contribute to him while he's playing his guitar and trying to get some money. You know, the best thing you can do for yourself sometimes is to help somebody else. That not only helps them, but it makes you feel like that you're making the world a better place too. If we all help each other, we're all children of God, and we're all in the same family, and that can make things a lot better for all of us and make a better world for all of us. Grandpa says that more purple work you do, the more purple you become. He also says no purple work has ever been done while sitting on your backside sipping strawberry lemonade. So Grandpa is saying, get up there and get after it, and don't wait on somebody else to do it, but you go do it. Okay, are you ready for the last step? Are you ready? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? Are you really, really ready? Okay, drum roll please. So we've been listening, we've been reading about what it takes to be a purple person. Now she's saying, are you ready to be a purple person? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you really, really sure? Okay, drum roll please. So let's do a drum roll. And we turn the page. Step 5. Paint yourself purple. Paint yourself purple. Well, that would be fun, and maybe I need to go do that. That might help me have a good day. You know, one of my challenges to myself every day is do at least one thing fun every day and help somebody else to have fun every day. So paint yourself purple. Well, I hope I like to see some of y'all doing that. And then he says, no, just kidding. Okay, just kidding. That's not the way to become a purple person. Actually, being a purple person has nothing to do with what you look like. My teacher says purple people look all sorts of ways. They are big and small and young. Some wear cool coats. Some wear shorts with lots of pockets. Some wear funny hats. Some say purple people feel blue sometimes and red other times. And some purple people even have green hair. So you see, here's a tall basketball player and a short little girl with polka dot skirt, and here's a man with a cane, and there's a woman smiling with a pink dress, and there's a little baby, and there's a man with a long purple coat, and there's a child maybe with a skateboard. There's somebody dreaming about rainbows, and another little boy and a little girl, and the man with a green mohawk. You know, one of the purple people in Tupelo, you may have seen him, is a friend of mine. He does have a pink mohawk, he runs in all the races. He was the one that helped when the Komen Race for a Cure stopped coming to Tupelo. He started our own Race for a Cure, and he's got a purple mohawk, so he's a purple person in my book. Adam is his name. Step 5, just be the real you. Be yourself. Like my teacher always says, purple people come in every color you can dream of, in every size you can think of. The only way to be purple is to just be you, because you're the only you we've got. So those are my surefire steps to turning into a purple pearl. Hey, wait a minute. You really ask great questions, and you laugh a lot, and you use your voice all the time, and you really are a hard worker, and you are totally you. Well, I'll be a llama's mama. You've been perfectly, beautifully purple this whole time. I sure am glad you're a purple person, because the world needs more purple people just like you. And that's what we all need. Our society needs, not red and blue, but all purple. We all need to find ways to like each other and do things together, whatever color we are really doesn't matter, whether we're brown or white or black or whatever color we are. We all want to be the same. We're all members of the human race, and we all need to act like it. And this is a good book to read and remember that and teach your children. All right. The World Needs More Purple People by illustrated by Daniel Wiseman. All right. This is a book that we thought might be appropriate for this week. It's based on the song by Bob Marley, and it's called Get Up and Stand Up. You know, there are a lot of things happening around the world these days, and this book, I think, may talk about some of those. When you meet someone talking big and thinking small, and their stinging words push you back against the wall, and there's this boy, and this feels like she's being pushed back. No matter the silly games that people play, you have hopes and dreams they can't take away. When their words bite, stand up for what's right. That's what we all need to do. Stand up for what's right. You can never be too young to learn that. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. To be the pond's biggest fish. They don't speak the truth and only want their greedy wish. Remember to be true, the best of yourself. Then you'll be a friend to everybody else. Don't just sit tight. Be a bright light. You know, when you meet somebody that's just cheerful and kind to everybody, those are bright lights. That child, they say, that's just a bright light, whatever age you are. So get up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. And all these children standing up for the right thing. Other people parade around with their noses stuck up in the air. They strut about all puffed up, only thinking for what they care. But if you know the value of what life is worth, you'll find your feet firmly planted on the earth. Love with all your might. Be true to what is right. It's a good poem, isn't it? Love with all your might. Be true to what is right. In general, you know, we know what the right thing is. We just have to be willing to do it. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Be a good neighbor and cherish your sisters and brothers. Practice being kind to yourself and one another. Be a good neighbor and cherish your sisters and brothers. Practice being kind to yourself and to one another. What you give and share your passion. I think that's true too. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but if you are really kind and sweet to somebody else, then they'll be kind and sweet back to you, and you never know when you're going to need somebody to be kind and helpful to you. And if you just are with your friends and they see you being kind, then they're probably going to be kind too. So it really is, it helps just it makes the world a lot. All right, I think it's called Now I love the deep end. Swim, and now they love swimming. You know, everybody needs to learn how to swim. That's really important to stay safe. You just have to, it can be hard, but you need to do it. I was scared of big dogs, then I made a new friend. You know, big dogs can be sort of scary sometimes, but most of the time those big dogs can be some of the very sweetest dogs. I know my grandchildren had a big white lab named Huck that was with them for 11 years, and he was the kindest, sweetest dog, even though he was a big dog. I was scared of the dog I saw. We do get scared when the lights go out sometimes, and you get worried about maybe see the moon and the stars. That makes you realize it's beautiful at night too. You just have to look at it a different way. I was scared of loud horns. Then I got to beat mine. I didn't like those loud horns from those trucks and cars, but then he got a bicycle, and he got a little horn on his bicycle, and he liked it. I was scared of goodbyes, and now I'm happy to wave. Wow. That does take some growing up to do it, and to be, you do get kind of scared when mom or daddy or your grandmother or some friend or your big brother or big sister leaves, and you get worried and scared about that. It says, now I'm happy to wave. Now I know everything's going to be okay, and we can just wave. Our tradition in our house, when people are leaving and we're sad to see them go in the car, we're going back to where they live in Birmingham or Atlanta, or we're leaving there to come back to Tupelo, we all stand on the edge of the driveway and run up to the end of the yard and yell, America. I don't know why we do that. We just started doing it about 30 years ago, and it's just become a family tradition, but it's a way for us to kind of be happy and say, good luck, we miss you, but wave and we'll see you soon. I'm not scared like before. I'm so brave. There he was. He might have been afraid to jump into one of those little piles of soft balls, but he overcame his fear and he had a good time. So that's a real simple book, but it just says, I am so brave, just to empower you to try new things. And once you try those new things, or try to eat new foods, or whatever's new, that's things, and then finding out what you like. Well, that's it for story time today. Thank you for joining us. I hope everybody has a good Father's Day this weekend. I wish each of y'all and all the fathers and grandfathers a happy Father's Day, and Godfathers, and help us all to do what the book said today, to be brave and to be the best, kindest people we can be. Let's give one more hand to all of our healthcare workers and the people that are working to keep us safe, the doctors and nurses. And we'll see you next Friday at Storytime at Reed's. Bye-bye.